Greetings once again to my watch enthusiasts, friends on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video is being seen. It's Celine Driver again, coming back to you with another watch review. This is another one of those high-end watch reviews that I've done before, and people have seemed to enjoy them. So I went back to my my source, and I asked for another watch to play with for a little while, and we came up with this one. It's from a very small company, Bethune. I believe it's French. It sounds French. Of course, it may not be French because you actually seem to pronounce all the letters of the word, where the French language, I think you have a 20-letter word and pronounce 6 letters, something crazy like that. Joke, please. The joke. I hope people have a sense of humor still in 2019. It seems like they don't. Anyway, I thought that you, my fellow enthusiasts, might enjoy looking at a pretty high-end piece, something outside the normal Seiko, Glycine, Zelos, Citizen, this and that I do all the time. I thought you might enjoy this piece. So, wanted to bring her out for you. First of all, we got to get past the packaging, which is very nice, actually. This is a very heavy-duty outer cardboard box. Got a little dent there, but this watch is 11 years old, roughly. So, box might have seen a little bit of wear and tear. You open the outer box to a inner box, which is in there somewhere. You have this very nice kind of cloth, kind of felt feeling cloth wrapping around the inner box. The first thing you encounter is a certificate of authenticity, which we'll get to in a second. And then you have the inner box, which is feels like metal. It feels like a metal box, but I'm not really sure what the material is. It's very nice, though. Nice, smooth, light gray finish with the Bethune crest in it, and a little push button latch. And it's a dual. It's got 2 lid kind of things in it. You have the upper lid here, which is purely a presentation lid. I mean, you open it up, and the first thing that hits you is the face of the watch. Ta-da! And then to release it, you push in this button and it opens the second level, and there you have access to the little ball thingy that holds the watch, and there's nothing in there. Place to store links or whatever. There's another pillow down there that acts kind of like a cushion for the cushion, I guess. It's weird. Anyway, very nice. And we'll just move that over there because we don't need it anymore. And here, I'm going to unbuckle this real quick. Here is the watch. This is a Bethune. This is a, what is the full name of this thing? No, it's not there. This is a Bethune DB22 RS5 power. The power being for these 2 triangles here, which I'll get to in a minute. She's a big diameter watch, but she's actually a very thin watch too. This is It's a very nice piece. This has great heft to it. And it is a very very big watch. This is not something with someone with small wrists is going to like very much, but being that it's a thin watch, you could definitely get it under a cuff, which I'll demonstrate shortly. So this particular DB22, DB of course standing for D Bethune, is done in 18 karat rose gold, which would account for the heft. Rose gold, well, gold is a very dense metal, and 18 carats of it makes for a very weighty watch. We have a signed leather band. I think that says leather. Gotta go back to the eye doctor. I don't know what that says. Anyway, might be alligator or crocodile. There's a crocodile pattern, doesn't it? But it is a beautiful watch. The reason I picked this watch is I just love this face. The face of this watch is very mechanical, and in some ways it speaks to my automotive enthusiasm side. It just looks like, to me, it looks like a car instrument gauge of some kind, especially with the detail around the minute hand and where it anchors to the center point. Just looks very mechanical, very automotive, and I really, really like this watch. It is really a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. I just want to put this down for a minute. And over here was that certificate of authenticity that you saw before. I just want to cover this up. It is individual number 13 with a DB2024-228 in-house movement, and the case is known as the Power S3, and it was purchased in January of 2008, which makes this watch 11 years old. And if you can tell me if this watch looks 11 years old or not, I can tell you it doesn't. It looks brand new. This watch is very well cared for, and it's worn. I will assure you of that. I've seen this watch worn, so it's a beauty. Anyway, have my sheet of statistics that I researched for your pleasure. As I said, this is a D Bethune DB22 RS5 in 18 karat rose gold with a gray titanium dial. That is titanium in there. It is a big sucker. It's a 48 millimeter diameter watch. So this is not going to fit on a small wrist, at least not well. It is a 20 meter water resistant. It is a dress watch. If it gets wet when you're running in the rain to get from one place to another, great. I wouldn't swim with it. 26 millimeter lug. This is one of the biggest lug widths I've ever encountered on a watch, and it is every bit of 26 millimeter, but as you can see, the band tapers down to what looks like maybe 22 millimeters. It is 11.5 millimeter thick, so it is a true dress watch, under the cuff kind of thing, even though it has an automatic movement, which I already told you which movement that was from the certificate card. It is a leather strap. It is sapphire crystal front and back, and it is a 49 jewel movement. 49 jewels. That's a lot. And this is, as I said before, number 13 of 50. Only 50 of this model in rose gold. And this is number 13. And considering it's been running like a champ for 11 years, I'd say lucky number 13. Very interesting looking rotor. It's a skeleton rotor, if you will. And as it moves, you can still see the decorated inside of the case, and it moves, as you can see, in both directions. You can see the movement just banging away there at 28,880 beats per hour. And no engraving on the case except for a couple of maker's marks down here. All the engraving, all the information you'd want that is typically on the back of a watch is actually inside the case, the name and other such information. As you move the watch and the rotor gets out of the way, you can see the information. There's the number 13 stamped into the watch, so you know. 18 karat rose gold signed buckle as well. I'm going to pop this on my wrist real quick. Sorry that it's off camera, but I prefer to do this not looking through the screen of an iPhone, especially since I don't want to drop this watch. That would be bad. I'm sure my fellow watch enthusiasts can understand that. And there you go. There she is on my 7¼ inch wrist. Might be 7½. I need to really get that measured properly. It fits me very well, but then again, I don't have a under 7-inch wrist. I think someone like Mark from Long Island Watch or Tristano over at Urban Gentry probably wouldn't even look at this watch. But fits me pretty well. There's not much overhang on the lugs. They're very short lugs, and they hit right at the edge of my wrist right there. Watch centers up nicely. And as you can see, if I pull off camera here and pull my sleeve of my shirt down, it fits under this sweatshirt type shirt very nicely, and there it is. So very thin at 11.5 millimeters, so it can act very nicely as a dress watch going under a long sleeve or something like that. Beautiful watch. I mean, just a beautiful timepiece from a very small European manufacturer. It did a great job. This company produces, I think, about 200 pieces per year, according to their website and other reviews I've seen. Their goal is to get that production number up over time. I don't know what their current production number is, but the only number I ever found was about 200 to 200 pieces per year. So not a lot of these floating around out there. So you want an exclusive watch, there you go. Beautiful piece. Oh, the triangles, I forgot about that. That's a power indicator, hence the word power right there. This has a very long power reserve. I think like 3 or 4 days. It's very long. And as you wind it, the triangle on the left goes from red to black. It only takes about 20 cranks to get that triangle pretty much not red anymore. And there you go. Now you're all set. Very careful not to overwind these watches. Beautiful. Winding motion, by the way, is incredibly smooth. Very nice. Simple two-hand design, no second hand, but obviously with the display exhibition case back, you know it's working. So you don't really need a second hand to know that it's working. So I just wanted to wrap up the review at that point. I hope you guys enjoyed a little view of something very, very different. Something you don't see every day. A Bethune, a DB22. Check out their website. It's really a kind of a neat website. They have some very interesting pieces on there in their current collection. I know you'd like to give them a good look. Anyway, if you like the video, appreciate a thumbs up, as always. Comments, suggestions, questions down below. I answer every comment unless it's nasty, and then I just delete you and block you. So let's keep the nastiness out. I don't need it. And if you're not already a subscriber, please do consider subscribing. Just click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so that when I upload new content, you see it. I have hit 400 subscribers as of January 29th, 2019. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I mean, 400 subscribers for a little channel like mine that I do just for fun. I'm very happy about that. I really appreciate all of you who are subscribers. Thank you very much. So, have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you in my next video.